Hey, yo, how's it going, folks? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well. Let's see. So we're trying a new configuration here, but the webcam again is not agreeing with things. Let me switch this. Unplug that because apparently that what I'm trying to do is not doing what I wanted to do. But and also doing a new mic thing too. There is some noise, just like very subtle noise that I can hear that I am not happy about. Let's see if we can there we go. Much better. Do a little noise suppression for the little hiss that goes through the mic. So that's a little bit better. But yeah. Yeah, the webcam stuff seems to not be happy right now. So let's go ahead and try to use a different webcam source real quick. And try to get my mug. See, I was testing this out before stream, but then the camera overheated, I think. So then here we are. So then here we are. There we go. That'll work. It's a little small. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Actually, if we do this and then change this to be high resolution, then we do this. Oh my god, it's so big. So big. Uh, then we want to fit this to the screen. And we don't need that much space off of the stuff. See if we can adjust this. Let's so then we go to transform. We go to edit the transform. What we're gonna do is we're gonna crop off like uh 200 off the end. Nope. We're gonna crop 400. Yeah, there we go. Ah, not bad. We recovered. We recovered from that. But why does is it just me or does the desktop look blurry to you? Why does the desktop look so blurry? Oh wait. There we go. That's better. That's better. Again. That's better. All right, we'll put my mug down here. Do 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 do. I don't like that black bar there, but I'll solve that another time. All right, let's get into this. So we're gonna listen to some chip tunes, some video game music while we're just working on more Elixir, more functional programming stuff. Should be all fun and games while we do while we build, learn, and grow. All right. So hopefully that audio comes in for you. And you can hear just a little bit of music, but also hear a little bit of me too. Let's see. do that. Great. Just like the smallest amount. Okay, there we go. All right. So what's going on today? Been making some pretty good progress with the string closed captioner rewrite. With mixed with getting sick and other responsibilities. I've finished the Zoom meeting captions. So now if you turn this on, you'll send and you paste in a link, you'll send captions to Zoom. So Twitch extension captions work, Zoom captions work. It's all pretty wonderful so far. So if I turn this on and let me go ahead and try to get this to listen to a different microphone, the webcam microphone, this should start hopefully sending captions to Twitch on to the stream, which it is. Great. So if I turn this off, this is supposed to stop sending captions to Zoom. It will send captions and handle it in the default process, but it is not sending captions or sending captions to Twitch. Turn that on, it'll go back and start sending captions to Twitch. And then if you turn it off, so you have full control over all three of these things. And this should still work too. So if we wanted to send captions to OBS, we could do that too. We're not streaming off of OBS on this computer right now, so this won't work. But we've tested this in the past, and it does work. So we'll test it some other time, just to see if it still works. So all of that is, so basically we have the current implementation, the bare bones stuff done. Yeah, enable, disable interactions for services. Yeah, so that is done. We just verified that is done. So yeah, so this point completed, allowing a user to send captions to Twitch, Zoom, and OBS. This includes the ability for the user to toggle which service they want to send to, off, and on. Yep. So I need to do a little bit of like UI polishing up, because once it reaches a certain breakpoint or a certain point in the UI, it does this until it reaches the next breakpoint. So what I need to do here is, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just sooner rather than later have it break down to the next breakpoint UI wise for the HTML. So let's go ahead and try to dig into that. We're not doing anything with the JavaScripts. We're going into our live dashboard, index HTML LEEX. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what's going on. So here is our zoom indicator, and each one of these is its own little tile. So let's see what type of styling we have on here. We don't have any real explicit styling. Here we go. This outer container. Grid, column 1, gap 5, large, column 3. So probably what we want to do is maybe set this. So actually, before I even try to guess, let's check the grid documentation for Tailwind. And if we were trying to make this responsive, so responsive to control the columns, a specific breakpoint, add a screen prefix to the existing grid template, for example, medium. So what are our screens? Responsive design, we have small, medium, large. So at which point does it get wrongified? Eeh, yeah, that's not nice. Also, what is up? Oh, wait, it's loading styles. Hold on. There we go. So the OBS WebSocket one stays within the container. It seems like the title is what's causing issues here. So what is going on with the title section, this header? So let's look at Tailwind and see what we can do about that. Like we basically want the text to wrap. Um, let's see. So no, we're not transforming the text. Why is this music so much louder for me? I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway. All right. Text figure opacity, color, text alignment. No. Let's see about wrapping. White space, no wrap. Preserve the new lines, but no spaces with an element. Pre-wrap. White space normally causes the text to wrap normally with an element. So let's see if we can make the header wrap. Because that's the one thing that's not happening here. So maybe it's something built in with text large, font, leading none. And then I have truncate on here. I'm not sure what truncate does, but maybe we just do white space normal. Let's find out. So that worked for a Zoom meeting. So we got to get this working for. So let's just make sure to add it to. Uh, There's nothing in the register. There was nothing in the register to paste. Let's see. H2. Oh no, how did I get rid of that? Okay. Did I go back too far? So truncate and truncate. We nuke that. The zoom caption disable enable indicator needs to be tweaked also. Let's see here. We have a lot of kind of code duplication in here, but that's fine. There we go. All right, that's a lot better. Much mo better. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and commit this. Fix header wrap for the indicator. Nice. I'm glad that was a simple fix and didn't have to do anything weird with the UI. I'm gonna go ahead and move my cam over here for now. Over yonder. All right. So we got that going. We still got more stuff to do with the UI. Captions delay. For this form, we gotta clean up this form and actually make this form better. So captions settings. Let's go find that. Close all of these. Yeah, let me double check our migration guide. So we got to do storing captions, implementing verified bit transaction, implement settings sync. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do a little pixel pushing today for some loose end stuff. So caption settings is just caption settings. And I need to tweak some of the copy, update some of the settings. So our form is this one, I believe. And then caption delay. In seconds. Yeah. Okay. Caption delay. Why is it lower casing that? That's weird. Is it because of text small that it's doing that? All right. Well, I'll leave that alone for now. The other thing, so the thing that needs to happen here for this, like your language, is this needs to be turned into a proper drop down selection. It's not a free form text field. We need to convert this to a selector, to a drop down of the different languages. So that's what I need to do. So this is not a text input. This is a select. So Phoenix, HTML, select. So it's just straight up a select with the field and a list of options. Get rid of that extra space. So that's not exactly the styles we want. So let's look at this. Let's see what the styles are for the framework we're using. So select has a form select styling on it. Form input. It is form select. Oh, wow, I chopped off both the F and the T. That's spicy. So what else? What else? What else? So it's supposed to be the that, and then the wait, where my select go? Hello? There it is. So down here, maybe no, down multiple select. No, we don't want multiple select. We just want regular select. There we go. So I'm just gonna put in a placeholder list in here, and then make en us a part of it. So let me see here. So form options. Options are expected to be in a numeral, which will be used to generate the respective option. The enumerable may have keyword lists. Such keyword list is expected to have keys and values. Additional keys such as disabled may be given. Two item tuples where the first element is an atom string or integer to be used as the option label, and the second is the element is an and the second element is an atom, a string or an integer to be used as a value. Okay. So the valid form input for this would be English. Oh wait, but we're doing tuples. So this needs to be. This needs to be a list of tuplets. How do we pass like so it's using class as our God, okay. How do we class names? So key value, key like key with this, the other one. How do you do classes in a select, huh? Form, field, options, and then the additional options. Form. That. Oh wait, I'm doing the wrong thing. I was like, why is this not working? Are you gonna work now? Keyword L. Keyword list. Two item tuple where the first element is an atom. So There we go. So that's what it's gonna look like. That actually doesn't look half bad. All right, so that's the format we need to target. There should be a helper already or close to it for under one of these under the context for settings, I believe. There it is. So we already have a key value. So what for the keyword list, the keyword list is expected to have keys and values. Additionally, such as disable will be given an option. 2 item tuples, atom or string integer, which would be used for both as the label. Okay. So I forget if this is the list that we need for the front end. Let's go look at the current source code I have for the string closed captioner for this. It actually might be under app helpers where it compiles this list of stuff. Language. There it is. And there's our tuples. Oh yeah, we did it. We categorized it under the different language regions. So we did opt groups in the current implementation. If options is a map or keyword list where the first element is a string, atom, or integer, and the second element is a list or a map, it is assumed the key will be wrapped in the opt group. Good. Okay. That's fine. That's exactly what we want. So we just need to do some data massaging to go from this to what so I use tuples as an array, but we need to convert this to curly braces. But this is pretty close to what we need. This is pretty darn tootin' close to what we need. Darn tootin' close. Question is where do I put this? Hmm. I guess I'll put it here again. I'll put it here too. Spoken. I'm gonna call it spoken languages. So all I have to do is put this here and then swap this with swap our curly brace with that. And that'll give us a key. And then I need to go through and change. Yeah, I don't think this is going to exactly work for us. So it goes like that. We close that off there. So unfortunately, this is not going to work for us. We need to swap it to this. We might be able to do this somewhat in mass. So do that. Switch to that. Go to the let's see if I can go to the end. Dang it. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Go down. See if we can get our Vim food going with this. Okay. And then this one's tricky because that last key there. But if I can just go like that, and then I'll just fix up this one. So I should hopefully pretty much get us to where we want to be with this. Loads and loads of string replacements. Yes, indeed. Keep on going. Almost there. No, we went one too far. Can I like undo the unbreak my heart? All right, whatever. That. Let me go down to that section where we accidentally modified it. Was it down here? Yeah, it was. Switch that back over here. All right, so a lot of these are going to be broken. Because of this fiasco here. So we should be able to do a clean replacement with this. Come on, all the way down. Keep on going. We can do this. Spanish. Okay. Okay. That. There. Oh, let's see what's up with this. I hope this is still valid um markup stuff. Okay. It's not angry anymore. Whew. Okay. And then let's do a def of spoken languages. Do I guess what I could do too is just put it like right there. Like that. And then in the settings or in the form component, when we need to add to the change set, not add to the change set, but assign to the socket, the languages. The language selection. So settings, spoken languages. And then assign that there. And then I should have access to that over here. For spoken languages. Oh no, it's still syntax error. Does it just not like that? The way we did it? Not that would work because of this. Is it just because of space? Oh, because of we need to convert this to rockets. We need to convert all of these parts right here to the rocket syntax. To the zoomer syntax. I think that's it. So we go from this to, because we're doing string keys, not atom keys, string keys. I hope that's it. No. Let's see if I can convert this to let's try to see if I can just convert this to a map. And if it's going to be happy with that. Still a bad line on line 14. Line 161, column 14. 1. There's a space there. Wait. Line form extension, line 15. Form component exe, line 15. Compilation error, standard form component, syntax error, form live 15, unexpected curly brace to do line 7 missing surrender end. Yes. I think. Because need to get rid of that curly brace. Put that here. Unexpected reserve word end because I confused that and I'm not reading the compilation errors just right. Right. Only variables. Align 261. If you do not intend to define a function head, settings 261. Only variables and slashes are allowed to as arguments in the function head. What? How did that happen? No, don't do that. Why are you wrapping that with, oh my god, this linter, please. Fine, let's do this. Spoken languages, language selection, that's what it is, not spoken languages. Okay. Trying to copy and paste, but it's not letting me. There we go. All right. All right. Yes. Very, very nice. So if we go in here, change United Kingdom, save that. And that should persist that change. So yeah. Let's do saying chats. Check. Refresh. Be good. There is an error in the gen server. Return to. So when handling the save for the form, click save, does this, socket reply. So it's failing on this return to part. Interesting. What happens if I just get rid of that? I need to bring that curly brace back. So hello, Growly. I'm probably saying that wrong. Sorry. Apologize. All right. So it's saving. And are we seeing any flashes of red when we're saving? Grawl is fine. Sure. Well, welcome to the stream. How you doing? This fine Friday. Select your language or dialect. I think just being a little bit more specific, because it's a little weird to say like select your language, and then it's like by languages United States. Yeah. I'm just noticing that the layout for this page is slightly off. Like this is hiding over here. But over here, it's actually the same problem. I guess it has to do with the way I've written the footer in conjunction with the side nav. So I had to like tweak the layout stuff a little bit. All right, so that's good. We got that dialed in. We got translatable language, spoken languages in our settings context. I feel like that's an okay spot to keep it in for now until I can figure out something better. But it makes sense to me to look in settings inside the context for that information, for this hard coded information, versus like having it in the view area, because that's not a concern to the view. Let's go ahead and commit this. So update the settings component. So, to get language selection. To get language select. We'll just leave it like that, even if it is like a few characters over. As someone who mainly codes TypeScript, I'm starting to like the let it crash philosophy of Elixir, but I want to know more about the WebSocket handling of Elixir. I could try to answer as much as possible. I am also fairly new to Elixir. This is gonna be my first actual app that is going to be doing anything of significance in Elixir, versus just like me fiddling around with like packages and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have questions and stuff like that, let me know. But yeah, the let it crash, like, I guess, I don't know. I feel like it's not so much the let it crash than more of the fault tolerance of it, right? Because of the design of it. Because most everything in Elixir is functional, so it's like if it crashes, you can just rerun it through. What language I mostly write in? So my day job is Ruby on Rails, and this application that I'm currently working on is a complete rewrite of it, and rewrite of the UI and the backend to Elixir versus from Rails, because of the WebSocket component. WebSockets are great to use in Elixir or in Rails, really convenient, really easy. But I am facing some performance stuff, and I've been wanting to do Elixir. And instead of trying to tweak Rails, I decided, hey, let's just rewrite it in a language and framework that is perfect for WebSockets, because that's what I need. I need WebSockets. So, and of course, performance and resources. Because my Rails applications, even though they mainly all they're doing is WebSockets, they are taking up lots of RAM, a lot of resources. So it's good. I want to see what it's going to be like taking the exact same traffic, swapping it over to Elixir, and see what happens. Where do you get all those wonderful toys? All those wonderful toys were built up over the years, but most of them have, other than some of the Funko, most like the Funko Pops. I got them from Comic-Con because I would go to Comic-Con almost every year if possible. So I would snag whenever I had the opportunity to snag up a cool collectible. I would do it. I still need to finish one of my other collectible, my one of my Gundam models too. It's actually been over 2 years since it's been in the box. It's almost done, but I should do a stream on that to finish it because I finished the exosuit of it, this exosuit skeleton of it, but I need to put on the armor pieces that cover it. So I need to finish that last part. Cool. Infinix Live View is very cool. Well, I don't know how scalable they are. So from what I've been reading constantly, is Phoenix Live View is 100% perfectly scalable because it's not doing anything special other than using the already existing WebSocket stuff that that Elixir has. So it's just a complement. It's an extension too. So it's already using all the channel system and all that type of stuff. It's just that it is intelligent. It's just sending updates. It's just sending DOM diff updates to the front end for you and then swapping it out. And the argument, and I've been reading, and the argument is that in certain situations it's more performant than usual or than regular application, because if you still have a static website that requires it to do a full reload / render of your page, you're doing server side rendering of specific components and only loading that into the browser. So you are loading less data because you're only sending the data you need. So that's that's what I have been reading. That is, so your mileage can vary depending on the way your application is. I've read that live view payloads have some extra metadata, which makes the payloads a little heavier. I haven't actually researched it myself. I think my friend Jason told me that. I know there's more. I know there's extra data. So there is extra metadata, but the thing is you're not getting the whole DOM when you load. So you're not getting the whole DOM. You're only getting a portion of it. But so I've already come across an issue with LiveView. So this page is using LiveView, which is really cool because it just this on the fly validation and stuff like that. This simple component. This page, the dashboard page, is also using LiveView. Not this page. Well, page is using LiveView, but the user dashboard page is also using LiveView. And I wanted to do that so I can load in the settings here and pop this out and load this up and stuff like that. But I've already come across an issue with LiveView. LiveView does not work well when you have kind of dynamic JavaScript hooked onto your DOM, trying to do things. Because I'm not sure if it's going to change if this is only a specific issue with local development, or if this is going to crop up in production also, because I have to test this out. But I noticed this earlier. So my website has dynamic JS trying to constantly do something. So what I mean by that is, for the captioning, let me demonstrate this. Actually, I could probably demonstrate it with here. Maybe with this. Let's see. So hold on. I probably need to launch OBS for this. And it could be I have to like adjust the JavaScript to do the state. But I have like some JavaScript controllers because I'm also using Stimulus JS, or and that could be the other reason why. But I'm using Stimulus JS to bind into these elements to trigger JavaScript events. I can't use Alpine JS. So the other thing about Elixir like that's getting popular is using Alpine JS, but Alpine JS just leads to dynamic things happening in your UI using JavaScript, whereas I have actual JavaScript state happening and executing. Because this captioning here, what happens is I click this button and it launches an instant. It starts up the speech recognition service in the JavaScript. So then now it is sending. So then from here, what's happening is the client side browser is converting the text, my voice, into text, which then sends that text over WebSocket, over the Elixir channel to the back end, and then it sends it to Twitch, which you could see on the right side on the screen for the stream. I have these other states here. So like if I try to turn this on, so OBS WebSocket, and let's see if it happens for this one because I haven't tested it for this one. So OBS WebSocket is an integration for OBS right here to send this text to OBS directly. And then so this is a live view. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to click on this to open this up. So this opened up to loading in, dynamically injecting in the form to display so I can change the settings. But look what happened here. It turned this off. And I'm not sure if this is, like I said, if this is just a development issue or if this is an issue in production. But I have this JavaScript state here that like when I press this button, Stimulus JS is listening to this, toggles true for this, updates the state in the UI, and has that. But then like when you trigger a Phoenix, any Phoenix live view stuff, like you're loading in content, it is causing this. It's causing an update to happen to the DOM, a small update to happen to the DOM, and because Stimulus JS is, and my suspicion is since Stimulus JS is kind of hooking into these DOM elements, it is causing a reinitialization of some of the JavaScript and turning this off. And the same thing happens with Zoom. So unless I can figure and I already tried, and there are like special syntax you can use to tell like Phoenix Live View not to update certain HTML, which I am doing. So if you've dabbled with that before, so if I go over here, you can tell Stimulus to not do anything with the section of the DOM. So if you have like Alpine JS stuff in your DOM and you're doing Phoenix Live View stuff, I think this is solved now for Alpine JS, but this was the solution where you tell Phoenix, do not update this section of the DOM. You can update other sections of the DOM, but do not touch this section of the DOM. But I think just because of the fact that the DOM has been altered, Stimulus JS has to like rebind. And then because my Stimulus JS controller has rebound, it reinitializes it an entirely new state. So I have to experiment with this, but I have to either go with one of two routes. Either I can't do this page as a live view, which kind of blows, because I really want to, do this, like dynamically pop up certain content for editing and stuff like that. The other alternative is to store the state of certain UI elements into local storage. And when the Stimulus controller reinitializes, it pulls out of state, hey, was I active? And then reactivates. The thing that doesn't work, but the thing that doesn't work very well for that is like, that means I will, in local storage, I would have to store the user's password for OBS WebSocket if they have one, which doesn't sound like a very secure thing to do because local storage isn't a secure store. I know I like they're putting it into the DOM, but that's not good. So yeah, so I might have to just convert this view from a live view to a regular HTML, vanilla HTML view, which there's not too much going on in here that is live view specific in this page, other than being able to, on this page, open this up and trigger this form as a live view. I could probably just put a form in this page. Like how you're showing your caption as you talk. Yeah, so I tweaked this too. So the captions that are showing up are actually the captions that are coming back from Elixir, from Phoenix. So what's happening here too is like, so the text is, the speech is converted to text. I am sending that over to the backend, the Phoenix backend channel. What that's doing is and like, so you can see right here, message sent successfully. So what that's doing is it's going through a couple checks. First it's going through a profanity filter. Next, if profanity filtering is on. Next, it's going through to check to turn on translations. So it's doing a database check for balances like in the back end. And then after that, it sends it to Twitch. And then after it successfully sent it to Twitch, as the acknowledgement to the WebSocket channel, it sends back the text that's just been transformed by doing the profanity filtering and any translations or anything like that, and sends that back. So that's what we're seeing. We're actually seeing the text coming back from the server. This is the text that's already been processed, which is still lightning fast. As long as you don't use other JS live view is great. You drank the Kool-Aid. Yeah, so my use case is very specific for this. Live view is great for this section over here. Like forms and other stuff like that. Like it's like automatic censoring and stuff like that. Like it's awesome. Or not automatic censoring. Automatic validation to the back end. But my use case is very, very unique. Oh, interesting. This stayed on. Yeah, so I think this view can't stay as a live view. Because even I just like this, it's still running and still being active and still sending, but the UI doesn't know. Like the JavaScript was still executing, but it didn't get cleaned up. So there's like, either I have to fix things or I have to just go simple and just don't do live view. Am I using a lib? No, I'm using the speech recognition. So MDN speech recognition. There's a small library, or there is an API that is experimental that Chrome supports, and I'm not sure the other browsers really support, for speech recognition, and that's what I'm using. So it's for free. So you can do fun stuff for free with the browser and speech recognition. Yeah, so I might have to just spend the time swapping this from a live view. But the good thing is that it's not dependent on any live view specific stuff, which is great. So all I have to do is just straight up just copy and paste some stuff over to the standard controllers, and move some files around, and boom. You know, we good. We good. All right, so we got the settings done. We have the dashboard done. That's weird that the wait, hold on, let me see something here. Huh. Okay. I guess before this was hiding behind the bar, but I must have gotten the left side in a weird state that it does that. All right, let me go ahead and start tweaking some more UI stuff. So I have the name. I have like for this drop down right here for the user, I have this name hard coded. I should know your name if you're logged in with Twitch. At least your username if you're logged in Twitch. And also I should have your user ID or your picture and so I can swap out a place kitten with your actual Twitch profile image. So let's see about trying to support that. So that I believe is in templates. Layouts? Header. User dropdown. There it is. Yeah, so this is using a little bit of this is from the UI library I'm using, but it's inside it. It's using Alpine JS, so you can see like X data drop down stuff. So you can see some JS binding some attribute and data bindings because of Alpine JS. So place kitten. So I should have access to the current user, and the current user so we'll just kind of just do this dirty right now and do current instead of trying to use like an image like Phoenix HTML image tag, current user, and I forget what we have accessible to the current user. Accounts user. So there is a offline image and a profile image. Is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. So what did that give us back? Because we have to do this in ERB, or like we actually have to do this ERB. I was being too lazy. Let's see. So is there an actual image tag for Phoenix HTML? Searching the docs. Image tag. Yeah, it's image img underscore tag. Hey, where'd it go? Image tag. There you go. So that's how you do the classes too. So I don't think we need a class, but we do need alt text. We'll just say this is the account profile image, and we will we'll go ahead and take this stuff and do like that, go like that, and we should actually have proper, not lazy code. Maybe, maybe not. It worked. Look, There's the little Zeal pow. Nice. All right, let's go. Let's take it another step. Let's take it another step forward. If you are logged in so if the current user, so we have to check if the current user actually has. There's two ways to authenticate with the app. There's with Twitch and with username with the email and password. So if you are with Twitch, so if you have a provider, I guess so we could check if you have a username. Username or login, I forget which one's more important. We'll find out right now. So if you have a login, else we'll probably just do your email. So the little thingy here, little thingy there, the little thingy there, the little thingy there. And then at current user, and we'll do login. Else we will do, if I can hit the buttons correctly, I will make a lot of progress. Current user, and we will just do we'll just do your email. Oh. Is that, can I not do like if else in let's find out. Could have sworn I've already done this. Oh, because we're missing the do. That's what happens when I've been going deep in the rubies and not as much in the elixirs with conditional clauses. That's the trap. That's a trap between Ruby and Elixir. The do's. It's a trap. Coding zeal. There we go. Look at that. All right. So the other place where I need to do the replacement for the image is right here on this top for the dashboard layout. So this is for, I think this is the logged in view. Yeah, this is totally the logged in view. There it is. I found it. I have found it. Let's see. Let me do this because like the stuff on this is stuff and things, you know. So do that and alt, and then we want to add a class here for styling. Replace that with a colon instead of an equals, and everything will be happy. And then get rid of that and do that. Oh. Oh, there's an extra, there's that there, and we have to close it off right over here. There we go. Pow. Zeal. Should I, okay. Now that I'm looking at this, should I put your profile image, given that it's on the top right corner, or should I just use like string closed captioner logo dealy with deals? Yeah, maybe I should just put the string closed captioner logo there instead of profile image. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna use and so we can bring that asset over. Let's go ahead and just use place puppy instead of place kitten because I like puppies more than kittens. https://place dash puppy slash .com slash 200 slash 200. Let's see if that will do it since the site's taking a little bit to load. Is place puppy down? Oh, man. So had fun, but unfortunately, I got to go in a couple minutes. So I'm excited for the today. I was definitely excited to show off the progress that I've made so far in the application, and there's a couple more things loose. There's by a couple more things there is like like 10 different there's like 10 different ticketed items that I need to go through to ensure that things are still looking good. There's a large chunk of stuff to do with transcriptions, so like saving the messages that were sent so you can go and look back at them later. So I need to look at background processing for Elixir, or look at a library for which one to do. Elixir is asynchronous also, so it's really easy to do background processing, but I need to look at a library that will make it really easy. Yeah, Gen server, exactly. So I need to ensure I was thinking about using Gen server, but I'm gonna also look at some libraries to make it really easy because it needs to be like I just wanted to not spend too much time trying to implement it. It's called 1X. I may be wrong. Yeah, there's a couple of them. I want to see what I can do with because Gen server's nice, but Gen server's in memory. So the thing I worry about is that if across deployments, I think Gen server will drop it on the ground because since memory is isolated to each process and each process queue, because everything's trying to be very encapsulated with Elixir. If there's messages in the queue that need to be processed and stored into the database, I don't want those to get dropped on the ground during just add Redis. I don't like, so I already have Redis, but I want to try to see if I can get away from Redis because Redis is expensive. Redis costs more than a regular Postgres database. And I'm using Elixir now. I don't need Redis anymore for the WebSocket stuff because Elixir's freaking fast. I don't need Redis, which is the other reason why I was using Redis, because I was using Redis for Rails for the WebSocket stuff. But I don't need that for Elixir anymore. So it's like, then let's see if I can just get away from Redis altogether. So that's the main thing about it is like getting a background processing set up for it. Just writing up the code to actually save the stuff to the database, and then finishing up the UI to actually see the transcript and the messages. I have a rough UI of it already that I've implemented, but polishing that up. And then the other thing I want to try to do is look at, there's a couple other loose ends that have to do with syncing data with Twitch and getting events from Twitch. And I want to try to figure out how to effectively use presence Elixir presence, because Elixir, like determining presence of someone that's on your app is trivial in Elixir. There's a couple caveats to that I want to track, because I don't want to track who is just on the site. I want to track who is on the site but doing XYZ. In other words, I want to track that they're on the site and they're actively using this is on, and I want to track that effectively. And then if they leave, yeah. And if they leave, because right now I'm already using Google Analytics to check that stuff to know that. But it'd be really awesome if I can just kind of like move as much possible away from Google Analytics, so I can just go onto the dashboard on my site and just like take a snapshot of who's doing what, and also tracking errors that are happening on for users, and like, I don't know, just I want to try to do a lot of different things, but that's probably at the end. Yeah. But thanks so much for hanging out. I will be back next Friday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that I'll be back next Friday. I only say that because I'm getting solar panels installed next Friday, so I'm not sure how that's going to disrupt my day today. But I'll be back next Friday, and stop by and check out how much more progress we made since today, because I'm continuing to work on this, because my rough goal is to try to get this done by the end of the month, at least code complete by the end of the month, and then we can figure out, and then I need to figure out how to deploy this to AWS. That's the last step. All right, folks, have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.